can see, Michelle, I can see why he loves it.
Can you see?
That's some serious dance moves.
It was my work in that movie that made him want to cast me in this. You know, my chiropractor's always asking me, did I injure my neck? And it was that head move.
You're really throwing yourself into that.
Yeah,
but only people in movies ever dance that way. It's like you and Kevin Bacon in Footloose. If you saw someone dance like that in real life, you'd leave the club.
What are you saying?
Well, let's talk about one of my favourite movies you're in, and it's a fantastic performance by you. It's a great movie, which I think was the next big movie after that was Scarface.
Oh, okay.
And that, man, that's an incredible film. I'm sure most of you will have seen it. What a movie, and what a chemistry on screen, what an incredible performance that you share with Al Pacino there. That really is quite something. Was that tough for you that early in your career, working with someone as established as him in a movie like that?
I was terrified every day. I was really young, and it was, you know, a gang of really seasoned, accomplished actors, and I was this little blonde from Orange County, and I was 23.
So 23, so and really just starting out as well on screen. And it's a difficult role you have against him now. I mean, it's quite a tough role. How was he with you? I mean, did he help you? Was it easier working with someone that? I
mean, what do you do with me? If you're him, you know, I mean, it's like working with a kid, you know, it's sort of, he was focused on his own work. I mean, he was pleasant enough, but, you know, it was, and they were, you know, it was Tony Montana, and, you know, and they were all doing their thing, and I was like the only girl.
Yeah. It's a real kind of boys movie, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you do, in personally, you did a little bit in there, do you do the line from the film? You know his line from the film?
Excuse me?
You know the big line he has when people are coming in, he says...
Oh, the big line. I thought you said lion.
No, no. but if there's a lion in the film that I didn't see, I'd love to see the director's cut. Where he says, you know, when they're coming in, and he says... Say hello to my little friend.
Oh, yeah.
You ever done that impersonation?
I haven't ever tried.
Okay,
well, say hello to my little friend.
That's pretty good. You should have had that part instead of him.
See?
Okay, let's talk about your different leading men you worked over the years, because some of my favourite actors you shared screen time with. Pacino, brilliant. Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Of course, you worked with Nicholson. Now, Nicholson, you worked with a couple of times.
And I worked with him twice.
Wow. And, you know, he doesn't do talk shows. I'm probably never going to meet the guy. I just am so in awe of his... I think he's probably the greatest American screen actor still living. I think he's certainly one of them. Once again, how's he to work with? What's that experience like for you? Is he a giving actor? Is he someone who supports you and helps you?
He is so incredibly generous. And what was so impressive... Of course, I met him and really worried. Because they sent me up to his house to meet him. And, you know, you hear stories.
He has a reputation.
Yeah, he has a reputation. And to uphold, and he does. And, but he was so lovely. He has this gift because of who he is, of making people feel incredibly at ease right away. And that was really amazing to see that at work.
Was he flirtatious with you at all?
No, he wasn't. You know, I think he must have sensed that I was...
What was it? He was disappointed. You were disappointed that he didn't flirt with you at all?
No, I was hugely relieved.
Because I think if you know someone's got a reputation...
But then again, you have to kind of drop a house on me to know...
So you wouldn't know when someone's flirting with you?
I'm a little oblivious to that.
So really? So if someone was coming on to you, you wouldn't know? Ewan's looking interested. He thinks he spots a window of opportunity when you get back in there.
No, I'm a little oblivious.
I wouldn't even think about it, Chris. I'm sorry that... Okay.
He was pouring alcohol in my shoes. Yeah.
That's flirting in this country.
I thought that was a little flirtatious.
Yeah. The next thing he does is offer you a bite of his kebab. Say no, okay? Let's talk about one more of the actors you work with who I very much admire. I think he's a terrific screen actor, and you worked with him more recently, George Clooney. You worked with him One Fine Day, which was a lovely movie. I really enjoyed that film. Now, George, famously single. One of those guys never going to be pinned down for some things. You thought otherwise, did you not?
I did. I bet him that he would get married. Actually, I thought he might marry the girl he was dating at that time.
And he did?
Obviously, he did not.
Now, you see, OK, you had this bet with him. Has he collected? Do you owe him cash for this bet?
No, but, you know, he keeps inflating the bet. I think it's up to like $100,000 or something. So it was like $100, I bet him.
He's never going to get married now, and he's going to use you as an excuse.
He's not getting his money either.
Yeah. Well, you don't ever give it to him. But he seems like a lovely...
I still think he will.
You think he will? No, he won't settle down. Look at him. He's having too much fun. Look at him. He can't believe his luck.
Yeah.
He's a good-looking
He's
man,
a
though, isn't he?
handsome devil, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah. If you turn him upside down, he'd look roughly the same with that beard, wouldn't he? Hang on. I think you do look a bit like Clooney, Chris.
Fuck off.
And you have the same easygoing charm. Hey, Michelle, how lovely to see you. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Congratulations on Stardust. It's the greatest movie ever made. Michelle Pfeiffer, ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Michelle Pfeiffer. Thank you so much. I know you're heading off. Take your journey home. Michelle Pfeiffer. Now,